Justice can never defeat evil. Xiefeng. July 4, 2019. I often hear people say, justice will eventually defeat evil. After my long review and inspection, I finally found that justice will eventually defeat evil is a self-comforting phrase. The fact is that justice can never defeat evil in this space and time of the world, and for the same reason, evil can never defeat justice. I have theoretical and practical basis for this conclusion: justice can never defeat devil. In theory, the sum of positive and negative energies in the universe is zero. Positive and negative are like acting force and reactive force, equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. From the law of the unity of opposites, justice and evil are twin brothers. Where there is justice, there is evil. Justice and evil complement each other and are both opposed and united. If evil is eliminated, justice will no longer exist, just as if the carnivores were eliminated, it will be difficult for the herbivores to exist. Without up, there will be no down; without front, there will be no back; without coming, there will be no going; without death, there will be no life. Where there is day, there is night; where there is long day, there is long night. Day can never defeat night, and of course night can never defeat day either. From this, we can draw a conclusion that justice and evil coexist in the human world. The human world is the time and space where justice and evil fight and kill. No one can defeat the other. No one can destroy the other. Even if justice or evil temporarily dominates, the situation will reverse, just as the day and night. In practice, looking at the history and current situation of mankind, when did justice prevail over evil? Justice and evil are like two evenly matched people holding each other, fighting, beating, and rolling. For a while, justice is above and evil is below, and for a while, evil is above and justice is below. There has never been a case where justice has long prevailed over evil. In the human world, evil has a fertile soil and environment for survival. The greed of the human heart is one of the most fertile soils. Is there any time for the greed of human heart to be satisfied? The answer is no. Is 100 million enough? No. 10 billion enough? No. 100 billion enough? Not enough either. If you are rich, you still want honor; if you have honor, you also want power; if you have power, you want to control the world; after controlling the world, you also want to control the universe; after you have controlled the universe, you want to be the greatest creator. You can see from this that justice can never defeat evil. Why people's greedy cannot be satisfied? There is a huge secret here, which is the dynamic balance mechanism of life in the universe. What is the dynamic balance mechanism of life in the universe? The laws and principles that maintain the survival of life and interpret the ups and downs of the magnificent plot are the dynamic balance mechanism of life in the universe. Here is a simple example: in a country, there is only one president. There are several hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, or hundreds of thousands of so-called management staff under the president. The number of the ordinary people is the largest. To maintain this kind of management mechanism, the common people must try to climb upwards, and the ones above them will push downwards, constantly climbing, and constantly pressing. The reality constituted by this kind of climbing and pressing is the dynamic balance mechanism. Among the 20 parallel worlds and 36 dimensional spaces in the universe, there are heaven, hell, and human world. People in hell want to go into heaven, just like ordinary people want to be president. This is not feasible. So what to do? We must find a way to keep a large number of lives out of the gates of heaven. The human world is a transit station between heaven and hell, and a battlefield where justice and evil fight and kill. The most effective way to contain a large number of lives outside of heaven is to make people greedy, unenlightened. Thus you can know the reason why justice can never defeat evil in the human world. Seeing through reality, should those who think that they are righteous be very pessimistic? Do you think that this mechanism is unreasonable? Do you think that it is benevolent only when there is no hell but heaven? If you think this way, it is irrational. You can imagine that if all insects, birds, beasts, domestic animals, fish, shrimps, snakes, and scorpions are all transformed into human beings. Can human beings survive any longer? The sea of bitterness is boundless. Is there a way to be optimistic? Yes. Where? The person from heaven will lead you to find a way to be optimistic.